I woke up when my alarm went off, but I didn't want to get up straight away. I lay there for a moment, staring at the ceiling. My body felt heavy, and my mind was somewhere between sleeping and waking. I reached for my phone and looked at the time. 7:15 in the morning. Not yet, I thought, and pressed the snooze button. I closed my eyes again, hoping for a few more minutes of rest. But the alarm rang again almost immediately, or so it seemed. This time, I turned it off and forced myself to sit up on the edge of the bed. I stayed there for a moment without moving. The room was quiet, except for the sound of birds outside and some distant traffic. I find those first seconds of the morning surprisingly peaceful before the day actually begins. Then I stood up slowly, stretched my arms above my head, and rolled my shoulders back. I walked to the window and opened the curtains. Sunlight filled the room immediately. I blinked a few times and looked outside. The sky was clear, and people were already walking on the street below. Some were holding coffee cups, some were talking on their phones. I took a deep breath and said to myself, "Okay, let's start." I headed to the bathroom. In the bathroom, I turned on the tap and splashed cold water on my face several times. It helped me feel more awake. I looked at myself in the mirror for a moment. My hair was messy, and my eyes still looked tired, but that's normal in the morning. I picked up my toothbrush and started brushing carefully. While I was brushing, I thought about the day ahead. I had some emails to answer, a meeting in the afternoon, and a report to finish. Not too difficult, but enough to keep me busy. After brushing, I washed my face again, dried it with a towel, and went back to my room to get dressed. I opened my wardrobe and stood there for a second, thinking. I chose a light blue shirt, but when I held it up, I noticed it was quite wrinkled. I set up the iron and ironed the shirt slowly and carefully. The collar first, then the front, then the back. It's a small thing, but I don't like wearing wrinkled clothes. When I finished, the shirt looked clean and neat. I put it on, checked myself in the mirror. Good enough. I went to the kitchen. In the kitchen, I opened the fridge to see what I had. There were some eggs, leftover vegetables, a little cheese, and some bread. I decided to make a simple omelet. I cracked 2 eggs into a bowl, added a pinch of salt and black pepper, and mixed them together. I chopped a few vegetables, some spinach, and a couple of tomato slices, and cooked everything in a pan on medium heat. The smell of eggs in the morning is something I really enjoy. While the omelet was cooking, I made a cup of tea and waited. I sat at the kitchen table and ate slowly, without rushing. I glanced at my phone once or twice, just to check the weather and read a news headline, but I tried not to spend too long on it. Breakfast is one of those times in the day when I prefer to slow down. After I finished eating, I washed the pan and the dishes, dried them, and put them away. Then I packed my bag, checking that I had everything: my laptop, charger, notebook, wallet, keys, and headphones. I put on my shoes at the door, took one last look around the flat, and headed out. Outside, the air was fresh with a slight chill. I started walking toward the bus stop at a relaxed pace. I enjoy this part of the morning. The streets are busy, but not too crowded yet, and the light at that hour makes everything look a little brighter than usual. I passed a bakery, and the smell of fresh bread drifted out through the open door. A man on a bicycle rang his bell as he passed me. Small moments like these always make the walk more pleasant. I got on the bus and found a seat near the window. I put my headphones in and listened to a podcast during the ride. The episode was about how small daily habits shape the way we think and live. It was an interesting topic, especially on a regular morning like that one. When I arrived at work, I went up to my floor, said good morning to a couple of colleagues, and sat down at my desk. My coworker Mia was already there, typing quickly. "You're early today," I said, without looking up from my screen. "Not really, just on time," she replied. She laughed quietly. Those small exchanges in the morning always make the start of the day feel a bit easier. I turned on my computer and opened my email. There were 11 new messages. I read through them and replied to the important ones first. Then I looked at my task list and started with the report, since it was the most urgent thing. I worked steadily, writing notes, checking data, and organizing everything clearly. Around 11 o'clock, I got up to make a coffee. At noon, I stopped working and went outside. I bought a sandwich from a small place around the corner and sat on a bench nearby. The street was full of people doing the same thing, taking a break, getting some fresh air, stepping away from their screens for a while. I stayed there for about 20 minutes, just resting and watching people go by. It's one of my favorite parts of the workday. After lunch, I returned to the office and attended the afternoon meeting. It lasted about 45 minutes. We talked about the week's progress, shared updates, and agreed on what everyone needed to do next. After the meeting, I answered a few more emails, reviewed a document that a colleague had sent me, and finally finished the report I had been working on. By 5:30, I had completed everything on my list. I saved my files, shut down my computer, tidied my desk, said goodbye to my colleagues, and left the building. On the way home, I decided to stop at the supermarket because my fridge was almost empty. I needed to pick up a few essential things for the week: some fresh fruit, yogurt, pasta, and a bottle of olive oil. As soon as I entered the store, the cool air and the quiet music made me feel better. I didn't want to rush, so I walked slowly through the aisles with a shopping basket. First, I went to the fruit section. I spent some time picking the best apples and bananas, checking their colors and smells. Then I moved to the dairy aisle to find my favorite yogurt. I spent a few minutes checking prices and reading the labels to see which one was the healthiest. After finding the pasta and a good bottle of olive oil, I walked toward the checkout. There was a short queue, so I waited patiently and looked at the magazines. When it was my turn, I greeted the cashier, paid in cash, received my change, and carefully packed everything into my reusable bag. Then, I walked the rest of the way home. Back at the flat, I took off my shoes and sat quietly for a few minutes before doing anything else. Then I went to the kitchen and cooked dinner. Pasta with a tomato sauce made from garlic, olive oil, and fresh basil. It didn't take long, and it didn't require much effort, which was exactly what I needed. I set the table, poured a glass of water, and ate slowly. After dinner, I washed the dishes and cleaned the kitchen, then moved to the sofa. I watched a documentary about ocean life for the rest of the evening. It was calm, interesting, and easy to follow. The perfect thing to watch when you're tired but not quite ready to sleep. By the time it ended, it was late. Before going to bed, I went to the bathroom, washed my face, and brushed my teeth. I went to my room, set my alarm for the next morning, and lay down. The room was dark and quiet. I closed my eyes, and within a few minutes, I was asleep.